Hello, I'm Jade Wolf. You're watching Expoz on May 12, 2015, 11:56 p.m. Birmingham. Topic: Jade Helm, Cern connection. And I'll pick up where I left off. I was talking about the books that God had Enoch to write, and he wrote 366. We have two of them. These books are books of secrets. If you go and read the first two books, you'll see where there are more, and they're titled, well, I don't know if the title, but it's the art of making, the art of splicing DNA with human and fish, with human and animals, with human and flowers, and human and trees, the art of splicing DNA, and also the making of weapons. We didn't have weapons back prior to the flood. The art of making or mixing colors for makeup for women to make them more attractive. Everything that we have, the UFO, how to make something that defies gravity, how to move these large 200-ton boulders and perfectly cut. We can't do that today. How to make them, cut them, and move them by defying gravity. It's like placing a giant marshmallow into place. All these books are still out there, but let's get on. Let's talk about the Cern collider. Around the world, 10,000 scientists, 10,000 from 100 different countries are working at Cern. That's at Cern now. And I don't know if I told you, but it's 15, 16 miles around and five and a half through the middle. And I just found out something else, which is going to run me into a third blog on this. I apologize for that, but it just seems like the more I dig, the more I find. But in any case, it was restarted on 11:06 a.m. on April the 2nd, 2015. And it was down for 2 years, and it crashed, and it was at half speed, and it took them 2 years to repair it. And I thought it was a little bit quicker than that, but be it may. At the Cern, Switzerland Collider Complex, it's under parts of either 2 or 3 countries. I may have said 3, but I know France, Switzerland, it could be part of Italy. And let me tell you what the collider is. What they hope is to the gentleman, the scientist that was brilliant, that he was the one in a wheelchair and had a disease. He was kind of crumbled up pretty bad, but he was very intelligent. He said of that collider, he said it's not of good. He said way back, don't build that thing. It's not good. It's not to look for a God particle. So if they find, this is what they're thinking now. Some people think one thing, some people say another thing.
It's 12 o'clock.
So there's lies out there to mix you and to get you confused on it. Well, I'll tell you what the real truth is on exactly why they built that thing. They're telling most people that they're trying to find a way to generate an endless supply of energy everywhere. And you will see that where it was built, a very special place, and I'll have to give you those details later, but again, it's in Switzerland, and right after startup, I think it was somewhere around the 15th. It could have been prior. The startup was April 2nd. Let me tell you about a plane crash that happened right about that time. An Airbus A380 with 144 people was crossing the collider. Airbus lost power. Went down the Swiss Alps, killed everybody on the airplane. Just so happened the Airbus went down right as it was crossing the collider that had been fired up. Odd. They have found the little black box, but they are not telling anything except the engine has lost power. And Airbus 380 is built in France. Okay. The Cern Swiss collider, again, as I mentioned, it's built 100 countries or more. They're footing the bill on it. The energy to run it at 50% capacity took 10% of Switzerland's energy output. 10%. What will it do when it reaches 75%? And then 80, then 85, then 90, then up to 99. Well, the power bill probably could reach 20-25% of all the energy output in Switzerland, or all the energy usage in Switzerland. They had to run it at night because it just caused too many blackouts in the daytime. Look, guys, I'm going to skip through a lot of mud and mush and tell you that this collider is for one specific purpose. Jade Helm is for a specific purpose. Everything that Obama doing is for one purpose. Everything that George Bush said in 1990 and mentioned New World Order, since that date, everything has been for a purpose, a one world government. This is what this collider is there to do. It's to open the abyss. It's to rip the veil. It's to peer in behind it. If you peer in behind it, what do you think is going to come out of it? And I am jumping leaps and bounds over what I wanted to tell you, but it aggravates me. But we know it's coming. Who is in the bottomless pit right now? When God told the angel, go and open the bottomless pit and let them out for a time, who comes out? Apollyon, and millions of demonic, evil spirits. Now, all of them aren't there. A lot of them are. But along with Apollyon, all the demonic spirits are not in the bottomless pit. And I'll tell you why. If you remember, Jesus walking along, and I don't remember the town that he was in. I got it, but I forgot it. But he cast demons out of a man, and he asked him, he said, who are you? Jesus knew the demons were in him because he could see them. He said, I'm Legion. There's many of us. Then he said, Legion, get out. And Legion said, have you come to punish us before our time? Jesus didn't tell them yes or no. He said, get out. And they did. They had to obey the Lord. They got out of that man. And then they said, can we please, get this, can we please go into those swine? And Jesus gave them permission. When they went into the swine, every single swine that they went into went off of a cliff. They killed themselves. So evil spirits are still here. They were here when Jesus walked. But more are about to be released. And guess where they're coming from? Try the collider, Jody Wolf, Expoz, and I got more coming.